got a little treat for y'all tonight. We're gonna see if he's still got some magic in that mic.
So, did you know that you're going to come back for a sequel at the end of the first movie?
No, we didn't know, I don't think, until it was as successful as it was. And as soon as that happened, I think we were all feeling like, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, it's a tough business. So, you know, I mean, you never know until you're rolling the camera if it's going to happen or not. And so I think, you know, coming off of the first film, which was this tiny little independent. Bless you.
Thank you.
You know, the first movie.
The truth. He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm sneezing.
Yeah, I mean, the first movie was this tiny little independent, and you know, we had no idea that it was going to break big the way that it did, or hit the mainstream the way that it did. And I think once it did, and the idea of a sequel came up, we had so much left in the tank in terms of telling the story of these guys. I mean, nobody really even met the guys. Yeah. Or found out who they were in the first film, and so there was a lot left to explore for this movie.
You just got a glimpse in that first movie, and then everybody showed up with these really fully formed characters, which I think is what helped us color that background so well, was that we had all these ideas for these characters, and when we got our moments to show that, you could tell that it was rich and there was something there to explore. And so yeah, we lucked up and got a chance to come back and do that.
Is this how the whole trip is gonna be? You're gonna be on this thing the whole time?
Are you kidding? Relax, I got a bunch of orders, just came in, all the guys at the shop are just freaking out.
If you're gonna be here, man. Be present.
Okay, I'll be present.
All right, that's it. What are you doing?
iPhone went by phone.
I can't believe the majority of those women in the crowd scenes were extras. That is insane.
Extras who paid their way mostly to come join us and be there. And thank you, God, that they did, because they brought so much to the table.
Were there any weird fan moments where they maybe groped or got a bit too close?
On the first movie, yeah. But we were on a much smaller stage in the first movie. So we were right up pressed into the audience, and whatever they could grab for, they were grabbing for in the first movie. So they were like wild animals on the first one, ripping, grabbing, whatever they could do. This one, we were back up on a stage a little more, so it was you know, we were
a bit safer.
Yeah, it was a little safer for us.
Now you both have two epic solos. So you in the gas station, how many takes did it take, and how did you keep a straight face? And we'll try not to give too much away.
Gas station was like maybe 2 or 3. Yeah.
That's seriously impressive.
Oh, well, thanks. I mean, that's a tribute to the choreographers. And Steven being such a great DP, and Greg being such a great director. So, but the Cheeto bags were interesting because when the camera was on my back, was behind me, the Cheeto bag would rip perfectly every time. And then when they moved around to the front, it just wasn't going right. So I went through a lot of Cheeto bags. But the rest of the actual routine was like 2 or 3 takes. And that girl did not crack once. Not even in rehearsal. She didn't crack.
Wow.
She was like
Brilliant.
just frigid, which was perfect. So she was like, I can't believe the casting luck on that, because it would have been a very different scene if we had somebody who was.
And then when she did smile, I mean, it was sunshine. It was pure sunshine.
Yeah, she's a great smile.
Yeah, what a great smile.
Mm-hmm.
And what about yourself, the canister scene? I can only imagine how many things could have gone wrong. Am I correct in thinking that?
Well, we'd been working with these canisters in the rehearsal, and we'd never loaded them with whipped cream. So we just figured on the day, you know, it's whipped cream. It's going to come shooting out, and that'll be that. And I didn't realize that the prop girl, the prop master put maybe 2 or 3 times the amount of gas that was normally, you know, required to be in the canister. And so when I hit the triggers on them and that whipped cream came out like a fire extinguisher, I actually was a little bit embarrassed. I mean, if the camera had been on my face, you would have seen me go like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, because these girls were completely covered in whipped cream. And so was the back of the set. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
Now, there's definitely a lot more going on in this movie for guys, so I think girls can bring their boyfriends maybe to this one. What has the reaction from guys been towards you?
The guys that I know that have seen it have loved it. They were really surprised by how funny it is, by how much of a sort of a brotherly road trip comedy this thing is, and have seen it and really responded well to it, you know.
What are you? You're not a fireman.
I'm a male entertainer.
Oh, yeah. What are we?
Male entertainers.
That's right. Come on, get it in.
Hey, hold that up. Look, it's not bro time, it's show time. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right, come on, let's do this.
Not to mention what they can learn by going to see the movie.
It's just so funny. It's just such a funny movie. And I think that my buddies who came to the premiere in LA and saw it, they just identify. They came out of it like, you know, for example, like the morning after scene at the house. You know, they're like, that's what guys do. They were just laughing. They're like, that's what we do. That's how we act. And so I think that, you know, men identify with the characters. Once they can mentally get past, oh, this is a male stripper movie, I don't want to go see that. Oh, that's weird, you know, and it's not really, you know, it's just a big comedy. Like if a guy liked The Hangover, sure. Well, what if those guys in The Hangover were male strippers? And you have basically the feel of this movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't not go see a football movie because there was going to be a locker room scene with guys and you were going to see their butts. Like you're not.
Well, it's not even like we're naked. So any guy who watches like professional wrestling, for example, like they're wearing literally the same outfit we wear, except instead of beating each other up, we're grinding on women. So I mean, it's kind of. It's very, in the sense of humor, is very similar.
And finally, before I let you go, what do your family and your partners make of it? Is it kind of like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to see that? Or are they cool with it?
My parents saw me running around naked on True Blood for years, doing way worse than I do in these films. So they're seasoned. My mother has a shirt that says Big Dick Richie's mom. And she wears it to Starbucks to get coffee with her friends. So my mother has a wicked sense of humor. But like she's also proud and knows like these movies are huge and funny and well done and have a pedigree. And so, you know, I think that, you know, they're cool with it.
I wish we had known you guys back in our day. You know?
Well, I'd say it's still your day, man.
Stand up.
Oh, no.
Come on, stand up. No.
Hey!
Oh, my God. Just look at you. You are just perfect. Damn.
Oh. My family, for the most part, loves it. I think my grandmother was probably the only person that was just a bit surprised by the first one. I don't think she expected to see quite as much of her grandson as she saw, but now
she can't wait for this one,
right? She can't wait
yeah. So there you go.
See. So, you know,
her and her friends at the senior home, they're in their 80s. They're like ready to go opening night,
ready to make it rain. Yeah. They've got their money.
It's good for grandma.
Guys, it was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting to our T10. Best of luck with the movie.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.